Hello and welcome to another episode of Experts Eating Cake, where every day is a cake day. I'm your host, Michelle Thomas, and I bring on my bestest friends in the whole wide world who are total experts at what they do. And we eat some cakes and we talk about what they're best at, and we give you plenty of value and knowledge in all different types of things around business and mindset, psychology, and all the things that you need to know to be an epic business owner. So today, I've got a lady who I met at an event, walked into the room, hit it off completely. She's a total nutcase, but I love her to bits. This woman is an expert at turning pain into power. She has an amazing story, which I'm sure she'll tell you all about. And she has done the most epic stuff. You will not believe this. But she is also an expert at turning that pain into power. She's going to tell you all about it. Let's welcome Joann McGee. Hello, my darling.
Oh,
Did you bring your cake?
I have got cake, and that's why we got on, because we're both nutcases.
That must be it. I'm not a nutcase.
Oh, I don't know.
I have been accused. I've got to say, I have been accused of it in the past. Right. What cake have you got? This is where we need to get the most important stuff done. What cake did you bring with you today?
So today I've got salted caramel. It's not my favourite because it's Valentine's Day today. So I wanted heart-shaped donuts, but they'd sold out.
Oh, no. Well, when they're watching this, it's not going to be Valentine's Day anymore, but we did have a cake eating fest on Valentine's Day. Yes. So you've got caramel, salted caramel, what is it, donut?
No, they're not donuts. It was like a whole cake, so I've got a slice.
All right, okay. I shall tell you what I've got. I'm dead excited because today I've turned into an influencer, I think, because somebody sent me free cake in the post. And I've already opened it. Free cake. Cakes by Paula. Cakes by P. My rapid new best friend. Rapidly becoming my new best friend. And she's not just sent me one cake, she sent me an abundance of cake. We like an abundance. So we've got, what's this? Brownie. Yeah. We've got shortbread. And we've got, and I think this is going to be my favourite. I keep sniffing it because it smells so good. You got smelly vision. It's a cookie, but I've got a funny feeling it's got something in the middle of it. What do you reckon? Which one do you think I should try?
I reckon the brownie. Oh no! Yeah, brownie for today.
All right, we'll go for the brownie. I'll eat that one later. I'm dying to eat it. Right, you eat your cake first and tell us what it's like.
You want me to eat it now?
Yes.
My dog's got her eye on it as well.
Don't give any to the dog. It's experts eating cake, not dogs eating cake. I'm going to get so much hate for saying that. Is it good?
It is good. Salted caramel.
Yeah, well, my little lad loves salted caramel, so he'd be very jealous. Right, I'm going to open this. Let's have a little sniff. Oh my God, that's so good. Right, I'm going in.
Go on.
That is a damn good brownie. It's a little bit crusty on the outside, a bit gooey in the middle. It's got big chunks of chocolate in it. Oh my God, that is so good. Anybody that wants a good brownie, you couldn't really do better than this. This is Cakes by P. She's sending them out in the post now, so you can actually order from her and get it sent to you through the post. It's like I did this morning. Oh my God, this is so good. Oh. a day to be eating cake, huh? What's your dog called, Joe?
Peaches. I had to share it with her. I've had to share it. She likes it.
Oh, bless her. Well, she's licking a chop, so I think she's a cake fan as well.
Definitely is.
Right, we love a bit of cake, and we'll probably keep munching throughout this value-packed chat. Now, at the beginning, I said that you turn pain into power. This is what you're known for. You're known as the power queen, and this is to do with physical power, emotional power, mental power, the whole kit and caboodle. So, and there's a very good reason for this. So I want you to start off by telling us why pain into power and why you're the power queen.
So I've been through a lot of, obviously, so I'm a best-selling author for those who don't know, and I'm an NLP practitioner. So I decided, and I've done a lot, overcome a lot, adversity, so many challenges, etc., like mental abuse, physical abuse, all that shebang. And then a couple of years back, I kept getting messages from women saying I couldn't do what you do, or I wish I could do what you do. And I had this vision. I need to show women that they can achieve anything they want, no matter where they come from or what they've been through. And I wanted to write a book. I then obviously connected with Louisa on the Facebook, wrote the book with Louisa in a collaboration, and that's my chapter, what it's called, Turn Your Pain into Power. But I was actually before in a health and wellness company, and I was at an event, and I was struggling at the time, I'm not going to lie, and then someone came on stage and they said that phrase, turn your pain into power. And I went, that's what I needed to do. That's what I needed to hear in this moment. But really, that's all I've ever done with everything I've been through anyway. So then that became like my phrase, turn your pain into power. And then I wrote the story, and Louisa actually called me the Queen of Power, because my Instagram used to just be like my name, Joann McGee, and Louisa called me the Queen of Power. And then I was like, well, I think I need to change my Instagram. Messaged my friend, and we couldn't have the Queen of Power because that was already taken. So I was like Googling, and so it just ended up the Power Queen. That came first. Then the coaching business came, because I wasn't in coaching when I had that name. So then I connected with Lou, which you'll know.
Lou Parker.
Lou and Kerry. Yeah, Lou Parker. Well, it was actually Kerry, because Kerry's was on my Facebook. And I wanted to do coaching. I've thought about it for so long anyway, like some kind of life coach. And one of my friends, when I published my book, I actually did a talk in her Facebook group on turning your pain into power. And she's doing like a good thing, and I voice noted them all. And I was like, girls, what courses did you take to become life coaches, etc.? I want to look into it. And she sent me a separate message, and she said, what about NLP? And I was like, don't even know what that is. But I remembered Kerry had NLP in her bio. So I messaged Kerry and I said, what is it you actually do? Like, what's that? Someone suggested I do that. I'm thinking of becoming a coach. And she sent me a video. Now, I've always practiced like mindset and the law of attraction and all that jazz. And I listened to it, and a lot of the jargon I didn't even understand, but it said thoughts become things. And I went, it's the law of attraction. That's what it is. It's the science behind it. It's the subconscious. And I always go with my gut. If my gut says yes, I never hesitate. So I booked in a call with Lou, because Lou actually does, Kerry does the south side, but Lou actually does the NLP
Well, we're
side.
talking about Kerry Boland, the amazing sales strategist, and she's actually going to be one of my guests as well on Experts Eating Cake. So just to give a bit of context, because not everybody will know who they are. Louisa Herridge, the amazing woman who helps people write stories, and Lou Parker, who is NLP master, phenomenal woman, one of the most intelligent people that I know, and Kerry Boland, who is a total nutcase, which is why we love her so much. People that we know, people that we love, just in case anybody was wondering. So carry on.
Yeah, so jumped on the call with Lou, because obviously Kerry and Lou are great, but it's literally like not everyone's their people. Not everyone wants to put the work in, or not everyone's authentic or that real. Like, they are real, like what you see, and that's what I'm all about. Which is why I love Kerry, because Kerry's like a no bull crap type of woman, isn't she? You know what she's like. So yeah, jumped on the call with Lou, just said, let us, I'm in, let me do it. Started training as NLP practitioner, and I'm not going to lie, it's one of the hardest things I've ever done. I'm more of a practical girl. So look, obviously I go to the gym, so I'm great at lifting and I'm great at all that. But it's the mental stuff that I find it more harder. I realised how sort of neurodiverse I am doing that. And Lou was amazing. She was, if you want to train as NLP and want to get into as a coach, she is your girl. She was great for it all. And I actually voiced noted her, and I was like, Lou, I'm definitely ADHD or something. I said, I cannot take this information in, can't remember anything. What can I do? And she said, she got on a call with me and she said, when you're at the gym and you're hyper focused, listen to the videos then. So that's what I did. So that's how I had to learn it. So it's just finding a way that works for you, because we're all so different, and no two people's brains work the same. So it's just trying to find that what works for you. So I qualified as that, and then obviously I was known as the Power Queen anyway. And then that was just a sort of a lead on from that. So I thought I need to call myself Power Queen coaching. It needs to be called that. So I got my friends to do me a logo, and then that was it. And it just sort of took off real quick, because I only qualified in October for Blue, so it was really quick. And so much has happened since then.
I think part of the thing that makes you so magical, not only do you go through these experiences yourself in the most in the most very, what's the word, that concentrated way. You have felt all the feels, you've been through the ringer, you've come out the other side, and you can actually show people through your own experience what is actually possible. And you do it so quickly. This is the thing, you do it so quickly. It's quick, but it might be hard, but it's quick, and you move through it, and you get that momentum, and that is the energy that you bring to the people who actually sit there and work with you. That is how you take them through the pain and actually get to the power. And I think it's quite a magical way of doing things. And you say about doing things your own way, everybody's different. I absolutely think that you smashed that out of the park. One of the things that I wanted to mention is, I'm going to be talking a lot about mindset and NLP and the law of attraction. But one of the best things that I love about you, and this is what me and you have got in common, right? I think it's hilarious. Well, it's from my point of view anyway, is that we're both models. We're both models. You've had a lot of published photographs that have been very impressive, actually. I mean, very impressive. But you're a power lifter, or what do you call yourself?
Yeah, do you know what? It's weird, because I've done powerlifting, but I don't call myself a powerlifter. Mm-hmm. I've done a couple of competitions. I won that. I've done gym shoots. So I've done varied, I've done gym shoots, and obviously that's muscle, so you've got to look a certain way. But then I've done women's empowerment shoots, and that could be anything from half naked in your underwear and that sort of stuff. But then I've also done, I went to London, I did an actual modelling one with a company, and I had to walk through the streets of London in a pair of heels. So Ooh. I'm very it's very do you know what I mean? So it's very varied, it's very different. They're all so different.
But you are very
dabble. I know, and I like to dabble. I like to dabble in different things. It's I don't like to be sort of a one-trick pony. I like to do things, try new things all the time, and then move on.
Yeah. I think the word that you're looking for is multi-passionate, and I think there's a heck of a lot of multi-passionate people coming out of the woodwork these days.
And I know you've done modelling with Debbie, haven't you? Because I have spoken to Debbie before. She's obviously not in my area, because all of you are Manchester way, obviously, and that's miles from me.
You need to come and live with us.
I know. I've been there before, obviously, because that's where we met, wasn't it? At an event.
Yeah,
I've been there
and
before,
I'm sure it's not going to be.
and I will.
It's not going to be.
I know, and I will like come again, etc. But yeah, but I wanted to do some work with Debbie, but obviously I haven't even gone down that route yet, because I tend to do so much, and I'm trying to like. Then sometimes I'm like, hold on, take that little step back a minute, because my brain goes 10 to the dozen, and I want to just do all these things all at once.
Yeah, we know that feeling well.
Yeah, and that's because I get excited and I'm just passionate about it. Oh my God, I need to do that and I need to do that. And then it's like, hold on, Joe, slow down a little bit.
Exactly. And I think this is part of the evolution of the power queen, isn't it? And talking about, I mean, getting away from the modeling side of things, talking about the thing that you really love, which is mindset. And you say it's the thing that's always been there, the law of attraction, how you can change your own destiny, how you can change the way that you feel about things and your mind, and something very, very close to my heart as well. That is the way that you work with people now and help them to turn their pain into power as well. So in saying that, for you, what are the very basics? What does everybody need to know about mindset, NLP, turning their pain into the power in the way that you see things? What is the very basic stuff? You tell me.
Oh, this is where my brain goes 10 to a dozen. I want to say everything. Oh, what are the basics?
Let's stick to 3 things.
3 things. So right. My mind went blank then, and I often do this. My mind's gone blank in front of 200 people before, so that's normal for my brain. Right. So for me, it's self-talk. Your environment, but also it's your self-talk. Because if it's your environment, you can obviously. Sorry, Mark, can you still hear me? Okay.
Yes.
If it's your environment, you can change that. But when it's your self-talk, you cannot distance yourself from yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So the words you speak to yourself, they will become your reality. So if you're speaking negatively to yourself, like how rubbish you are at things, could be to do with your weight, it could be to do with business, oh, no one's going to buy my products, or no one's going to do this, then that is what you are going to attract. So for me, it all starts with the way you are with yourself. It starts with you and your self-talk. So that would be the first thing that I would say.
Go on, what's an example of self-talk that you would tell Joann McGee positively?
So if you tell yourself you can, you're right. You tell yourself you can't, you're right. And I've used this many times in the gym, etc. So I just say I can, even if I don't always believe it. Even when I did like my boxing competition, yeah, I looked in the mirror and I kept saying to myself, "You are going to win. You are going to win." Like that's what in my head I have a winner's attitude. So it's the attitude. I'll never go into any competition or anything like NLP. I did the NLP. That was tough, but I was like, I am going to pass, and I am going to be the best coach there is. That's how I speak to myself.
Yeah, and because of that, you do a million different things, and you experience life, and you become an expert in about a trillion different best-selling author, model, coach, power lifter. All of the above, anything that you want to do. And I think it's brilliant because you don't just tell people, you show people, you live the life that others aspire to, purely because you say you can do it and you bloody go and do it. You make it happen. And that is one of the most amazing things about you. I absolutely flipping love that about you. So what are the basic things? We've got self-talk down. We know about that. What other stuff?
So self-talk is your basics. So I think you have to have like so you have to have sort of a goal. So you have to sort of know where you want to be to be able to. So say today, if you're like in a lot of pain today, for example, turn your pain to power. It could be anything. It could be like a relationship split. It could be anything like that. But then obviously you have to know your outcome. My phone keeps going funny. You have to know your outcome and where you sort of want to be in the future. So I'm great at visualizing. So I will visualize the what I want and not what I don't want. If you're focused on what you don't want, that's all you're going to get. So I always like, and like you said before, I feel the pain. Like I've been through it. So everything I speak about, everything I teach, I am authentic because I've done it and I've been there. I know exactly where all of my clients are coming from, no matter what they've been through.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So visualizing, self-talk. I tell you what, I'm not going to ask you for another one because I'm gonna let you save the last one as a golden nugget at the end, because we always get you to give us the golden nugget. Right. Okay. So you've been through this journey. There's been loads of things happen to you through your life. You've gone ahead and you've done some amazing things. Even in the space of the last couple of years, you've done some phenomenal stuff. What kind of things have actually surprised you on your path to where you are now? And sorry, I'm just going to eat a bit more cake while you tell us, okay?
Yeah, that's all right. So as I said before, mine is how my own brain works. So I've always been great at, let's say, like, visualizing. And sometimes you'll get someone that will say to you, but how do you visualize? And I don't understand that. I never understood it. I thought you would just see it in your head. And there is a saying in again, law of attraction, if you can see it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. But when I started training with NLP, and bearing in mind I'm not academic at all, there's Lou gets us to work out how we learn. So some are visual, some are like kinesthetic, which is like feelings, and some are auditory. But I never even knew what that was until NLP. So when I did that, and I went, oh, that's why I'm great at visualizing, because that's literally how I learn. Like, if you try to tell me how to do something, I can't do it. If you show me, I can do it straight away. It just just doesn't go in. It's in one ear and out the other. So that was the thing that surprised me first of all. And then I started to understand other people. Oh, well, they can't do that because that's not how they learn. They're better listening to things than they are like seeing things. And it was like that. So that helped, yeah. And that really helps me. It helps me in what I do now, but also it helps me in helping obviously others. Because obviously we're not all the same. We don't all learn the same. So yeah, that was a huge insight for me, the biggest insight, I think.
Oh, brilliant. I'm just sitting here going, no, because my cake's got a bit of, I think it's a Kinder Bueno. I think there's a piece of Kinder Bueno. Oh. Sorry, I digress. Right. Throughout your life, there's been all sorts of things that you've learned along the way. You've done things, you've learned along the way, you've moved on to other things, you've learned more things. What are the common misconceptions about what you now know and you're an expert in, and the way that you work with people? When people come to you, what are the things that they think that they just don't quite get, or is not quite right, that you have to set them straight on?
Oh, so I do get sort of a varied client, yeah, all different, because before that I was in health and wellness. So obviously I've done coaching of some kind before this end as well. And I still get clients come to me now for advice on like sort of health and wellness. And people will think, like, if you like say we're going to go losing weight, let's just say that, or healthy, be healthier. So I don't like weight loss. I like to be healthy. There's a difference. Yeah, and we like cake too. We're healthy, but we eat cake too, and it's called balance, and that's what I like. Yes. The balanced lifestyle now. I don't like all this strict, take everything out your diet and stuff like that. But that's what a lot of people think it is still, and it's not. I like balance. I like to have fun and all that, same as you do. But people will think like, and so let's take a health and wellness client. All they focus on is what's on the scales. I'll say chuck your scales out. I don't weigh myself now. It starts in the mind. Yeah. So this is the misconception. If people want to do something with their body, it's not that. I'm like, what are your thoughts? Where does that come from? Where's the limiting belief that says you can only lose this much weight on this many calories? Where's that come from? Do you know what I mean? So I like to work on the mindset and get behind that limiting belief. You knock out that limiting belief, the client loses weight. Whereas if all they're focused on is the scales and a number, they get nowhere.
Absolutely.
So there is so many misconceptions, and it is everything you do. If it's in business, like we're in business, if it's like in become healthier, in illnesses, everything, it starts in the mind. And that's what people don't understand.
Yeah.
And
that's why you're there to teach them.
Say it again.
That's what you're there to teach them. That's what you teach, basically.
Yeah. So for me, I've got real passionate over the because I've just launched the 6-week course, and it's called Healthy Mind, Healthy Body.
Oh.
And I've got so passionate about the mind-body connection. So that's what I'm teachers. I did that this week. So I'm doing a 6-week course. First is just all about basics of the brain. Second week I did, which was this week, mind-body connection, which is my favourite week ever. And then I'm going to do like the nervous system, because it's all connected. It's all connected. Yeah. If someone's like got trauma and obviously their nervous system's in fight or flight, how do you calm that? Do you know what I mean? Like, where's that coming from? You look behind that, you look at the limiting beliefs, what's going on in their mind and stuff like that. So yeah, mind-body connection, that's literally like becoming my expertise in the actual area of NLP.
Brilliant, because that's the bit that you love the most, and I totally get it, because I absolutely love that bit as well. Right, I was going to ask you, so when people work with you, they go through this pain, and then they come to you, and you take that, and you create this ball of understanding and clarity. Well, how do they then take that into power? How does that look in the end? What kind of things do they come out with, and how do they feel at the end of it when they have that power? What do they do with it?
Oh, interesting question that is. And obviously all clients are different as well, and obviously there's no time frame. So I would never say to a client, you work with me, do this for this long and you're going to be here, because it's not like that, because it is an ongoing process. But I will obviously give them the tools, so they're in some kind of pain, and as I said, every client's different, so I will work with the clients. Obviously not everything works for them. So for me, I will do gratitude, I'll do meditation. But gratitude is something I always start clients on. Because the more you're grateful for, obviously that's a mindset thing. The more you're grateful for, then the more you'll attract more to be grateful for. So that's literally where I start. But then some might want to come to me and they might want to go to the gym. They're too nervous now. So it might be, I want to go to the gym. I want to be confident enough to go to the gym and stuff. So once I work with them, that's what their goal is, and that's where we get them into obviously the gym environment. So they'll go from not going, no confidence, no motivation, trauma, not going into the gym at all, to obviously, and that's how they're using their power. So they'll turn it into that sort of power to go into the gym and use it in that way. That's one way. Or it may be like, say, a job. They may want to get back into work because they've been off sick, because obviously depression, maybe anxiety, whatever. So then it's like, what sort of work do you want to do? And then might go into like some kind of job or even their own business. For me, you can achieve anything you want. Yeah. And I know that because I've done it. Yeah. Like last year, I quit one business, completely retrained with like Lou, and now I'm running a completely different business altogether. So that's just all crazy for me. Like, it seems really like surreal, really, because I am like now living my passion, and I'm in alignment with exactly what I'm doing.
Oh yeah. When you're living in alignment, when things are lining up and you know you're doing the right thing, it is totally magical, and it is absolutely powerful. I can attest to that, not just from me, but from the people that I work with as well. I think you're an absolute little superstar. Right, tell us more about the course that you run. Just give us the details of what it looks like, how much it is, what kind of commitment people might have, what kind of reasons that they would join your course. Tell us all about it.
Right, so this is the first time I've run it, and I am a little bit like, I'll have an idea and I will just run with it. So how it looks at the moment, it's 6 weeks. First week was literally a bit about me and how the brain works. Second week, mind-body connection. Third week's going to be like nervous system, stress, etc. I am putting a week in on nutrition, which obviously I've not done yet because I'm only on week 3 next week. And there will be one on exercise as well, etc. And then last week we're going to obviously evaluate the whole week where they are. I gave them some goals at the start. So that's really what it looks like. However, this first one, I've only, obviously my first one. So this one was £111 for this. There are payment options.
For the whole course?
For the 6 weeks.
What?
I know, but the price is going up for the next one. The next one will be bigger, will be better. And this one's just me talking, as I am now, and I'm doing Zoom call. So they get a WhatsApp group, and they also get like a Zoom call once a week, and that's obviously how I teach them. But the next one, I have got a VA coming in, and she's going to be doing me some slides and stuff like that. And so it is going to get better. So the next one, the price will go up. Eventually, I am going to do it so that, and on the next one, I think I'm going to have a workbook for them as well. And I am going to do it so that it's an online course as well. So obviously you can just purchase it like that. That's in the process as well, like at the end of all this. So I've got so many ideas, but this one was literally, this is what I'm doing. I'm not that techie. I didn't know how, I didn't want to waste time doing slides and stuff. So I went, I know all the information anyway. I'm just going to get on and I'm going to talk it. And it is like, I've obviously done lots of therapy, trained as NLP to be able to give them this. This one was a steal. If you weren't on this first one, you need to be on the next one.
I think it doesn't really matter. Joe, it doesn't really matter. I think the next one's going to be a steal, and the one after that is going to be a steal. I think ultimately, if you want to jump in with somebody who literally goes in wholeheartedly, gives it everything that they've got, will move heaven and earth to actually get you to turn your pain into power. And we're talking about some really serious stuff here. You know, people have pain from a lot of different areas. They come from a place of fear in so many different aspects of their lives. And what you do is you get to the heart of it, and you actually turn it into something good from their perspective. So it's always going to work alongside what they actually want in their lives, and they get to harness the way that they do things and use it and turn it into something absolutely amazing. And I think you facilitating that and going into it and jumping into it with both feet and saying, we're going to do this, or freaking else. You know, I think that heart and that knowledge, that expertise, that total immersion. Oh my gosh, she's lost. I've lost my guest. Oh, that woman is amazing. I've lost her, unfortunately, but I think she's told us a lot of what she needed to say. Hopefully we can get her on as a guest another time. Flipping heck. That woman is a powerhouse and a half. An absolute powerhouse and a half. And it was absolutely lovely speaking to you, Joe, and eating cake with you. Unfortunately, her connection has gone. I think the dog might have chewed through the cable. And I think she's finished her cake. But she's told us everything that we need to know about her and the work that she does. So if you're interested in getting onto the next cohort with Joann McGee, the Power Queen, and you fancy figuring out how you can turn any of your pain that you've got in your life into power, then all the details are down below in the description. There's a little bit more about her. There's a way to connect, and you can find out all about it so that you can jump all over that and actually make some real headway into creating the kind of life that you want, regardless of how much pain, whether it be physical or emotional or mental pain, that you find yourself in. So thank you, Joe. I'm sorry you left so suddenly. This has been brilliant. It's been another wonderful episode of Experts Eating Cake. I'm Michelle Thomas. Every day is a cake day. And if you love my hoodie, then you can also get that online, because I've got the little t-shirt and hoodie shop that sells cake stuff, and it's bloody epic, and they're all my favourite t-shirts and hoodies. So you'll probably see me wearing them now and again, especially when I'm speaking to my lovely experts. That's it from me today. I hope you enjoy this episode. Don't forget, if you want to speak to Jo, if you want to get in on her next cohort, details below. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. I will love you forever.